Excuse me. Face my board. Now. So, this is our final grammar week, like our final thing we're learning in grammar. Those of you at home, I already told my kids here, but this is our final grammar. We do grammar this week, we do spelling next week, and then the following week there's only 3 days of school, so we won't be doing grammar or spelling. We'll just probably be doing some review games for fun. This week we are learning about adverbs, which is not the hardest thing, in my opinion. There are definitely some harder things that we've learned this year, but this week we are learning about adverbs. Adverbs that tell us how, where, when, or how often. So, an adverb is a word that tells something about a verb. We all know what a verb is. A verb is a what, everyone?
Action word.
An action word. A verb is something that you do. So, some adverbs tell how, when, where, or how often. Many adverbs end in ly. So, it's the word before the verb. So, the example is, I patiently wait for the time machine to be built. So, wait is our verb, and how are you waiting? You're waiting patiently. So, patiently is describing our verb. Dun, 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 dun. So, right here, it says, identify the adverb that tells about the underlying verb. So, the automobile quietly arrived at my house. Arrived is our verb. What is the adverb, Marissa? Quietly. So, how did it arrive? Quietly. Mara happily greeted me and smiled. What is the adverb to the verb, Ava? Happily. How did she greet you? Happily. Always fasten your seatbelt in a moving vehicle. What adverb is helping our, well, not helping, but describing our verb, Mark? Always. How often should you buckle your seatbelt? Always. That's seriously, always use your seatbelt. I confidently hopped into the passenger seat. How did you hop, Rochelle? Confidently. So the adverb is normally always before the verb, and it describes the verb. So remember, it's how, where, when, and how often. Now here, tricky, we're going to find the verb and the adverb. In the previous one, we only had to find the verb or the adverb, and now I want you to find both. So, what would you see if you suddenly peeked into the future? What is our verb in sentence 5, Molly? Peeked. That is what you do. And what is describing peeked? Olive? Suddenly. Suddenly is our adverb. Peeked is our verb. You will work hard in the future. No, that says will you. Sorry, I'm a Skype. I can't read. Will you work hard in the future? Mark, what is our verb?
Hard.
I think work is our verb.
How you work hard.
I asked what the verb was.
Oh.
The verb is work, and then how are you working? Hard. So hard is our adverb. So this is a situation where the adverb comes after, right? And that's fine. Normally it's before. Will you live happily? What is our verb, Landon?
Verb is will.
No.
Live.
Yes. Live is our verb. And how will you live? Kylan? Happily. This is another situation where the adverb is after the verb. And 8. Some people frequently dream about the future. What is our verb, Julian? Dream. And how often do people dream about the future? Ava? Frequently. Correct. So, does everyone see? It can be after, but it's normally before. Everyone good on that part? Landon, my screen is at the front of the room, so that's where you should be. Now, we're going to talk about conjunctive adverbs. And then we'll probably stop there and go over, do the first 3 pages of our homework. So, conjunctive adverbs. Dun, 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 dun. Conjunctive adverbs connect words and phrases to make to make what the writer is saying more clear. They often transition from one idea to the next. Conjunctive adverbs include words like therefore, however, and similarly. So, dark clouds moved in and thunder sounded in the distance. Therefore, the game was canceled. Okay, so dark clouds, rain coming, therefore, canceled game, right? It's kind of like cause and effect there. So here, oh wait, here's another one. The field was too wet for soccer. Instead, the students played basketball inside. So here we are going to add words. What word should we go in the blank? Is it either therefore, however, similarly, instead? In the future, technology will be different. Blank, it is hard to predict. What should maybe fit there, Rochelle? However, it's hard to predict. Can we predict the future? No. Instead, it's hard to predict. That wouldn't work. Therefore could work, but I still think however is better. So there's that. We realized we booked a trip to Asia during the rainy season. Blank, we rescheduled the trip. Sorry. Mark? Therefore. Oh, I scheduled it during rainy season. Therefore, I'm going to reschedule it. It's literally the conjunctive adverbs is about reading it and seeing what fits, what makes the most sense. We have a lot to do before we leave. Blank, I will work hard to get ready. Rochelle? Therefore, I will work hard to get ready. It definitely wouldn't be instead because that would be contrasting. Similarly wouldn't work. Instead wouldn't work. I definitely think therefore is the best option. Sorry, I was just going to read. Okay. So right now, Landon. Hold on, friends at home. Pause. Hi, friends. We can't bring our dog to the hotel. Blank, we will hire a dog sitter. Molly? Oh, Mark? You could use therefore or instead. We can't bring him to the hotel. Instead, we'll hire a dog sitter. So therefore or instead would work there. I'd be fine with either of those. First, we will go to the airport. Blank, we will get on the plane. Landon? I would say then. We haven't used one of those, but first we will get on the airplane, then we will get on the plane. I feel like then would fit there because it wouldn't be instead we'll get on the plane. Similarly, we'll get on the plane. No. Therefore, we'll get on the plane. No. However, we'll get on the plane. No. I would say then. That one's not my favorite. I am determined, blank, to have a good time on the trip. Molly? I am determined. What's the best one? Sorry, I'm trying to think which one will be the best one. I am determined. Therefore. Sorry, I'm scrolling all over the place. There is a lot of therefores. I am determined.
Therefore.
Okay, I don't like 6. Let's not do 6 because I don't like that one because I feel like it's I am determined, therefore I will have a good time on the trip. I don't like how it says to have, so we're skipping 6. I don't like that one. But in the meantime, in between time, I need to switch to a different screen. Can I find it? Is the real question. Yeah, you guys can hop on your Chromebooks. We're going to do a few of, we're doing half the grammar today. We'll do half the grammar tomorrow. So today we did adverbs and conjunctive adverbs. Tomorrow we will do using adverbs. So we are going to do the first page, well, start the first page of the thing, the homework. So Once again, adverbs tell how, where, when, and how often. So, an adverb is a word that usually describes a verb. Adverbs tell how, when, or where an action happens. Many adverbs end in ly, not all of them, but many of them do. Directions: underline the adverb in each sentence, then write whether the adverb tells how, when, where, or how often on the line. So, Nola jumped ahead in the pages to look for the answer. So, what is our verb, first off? Landon, what's our verb? No.
Oh.
What is our verb? Ella?
Jumped.
Jumped is our verb. What is describing our verb, Mark? Ahead. So ahead is our adverb. So ahead needs to be underlined. And are we telling how she jumped, when she jumped, where she jumped, or how often? Can anyone answer that? Are we telling where she jumped, when, how, or how often? Angelina?
When?
It is not when. That would have to be a time. It is what, Rochelle? No. Mark?
Where?
It's where. Where did she jump? She jumped ahead. That is where she jumped. So, oops, I didn't want to do that. So, you should have where on the line. So, ahead should be underlined. Where should be in the sentence. She eagerly worked on the design for her project. What is our verb? What is our verb? She eagerly worked. Marissa, what's our verb? Worked is our verb. So what's describing our verb, Ava? Eagerly. So are we describing how she worked, when she worked, where she worked, or how often? What are we describing? How, when, where, or how often? Anyone? Angelina?
How?
Yeah, how did she work? She worked eagerly. Fabulous. All right, so you have 3 more of those to do on your own. Obviously, not too crazy, just those 3. And then the conjunctive adverbs. We are going to do 2 together, and then you will have the rest to do on your own. You are not, I'm just telling you right now, you do not need to do using adverbs, review adverbs, or connect to writing on your own, because tomorrow we're going to go over the second half of vocab, and then you will be set to finish it. So do not go past the conjunctive adverbs / regular adverbs, tell how, where, when, and etc. So conjunctive adverbs connect words and phrases to make what the writer is saying more clear. Remember, they're like transitions. They connect one idea to the next. Conjunctive adverbs includes words like therefore, however, and similarly. Write a conjunctive adverb to fill in the blank. Katie won the science prize. Blank. Oops, look, I have a typo. Blank, she wasn't there to get the award. She won the science prize. Blank, she wasn't there to get the award. What word would fit there? Marissa? However, great. So she won the award, however, wasn't there to get it. That stinks. She had never received an award before. Blank, she worked very hard. What might fit there? I've never received an award, but I want to. So what might fit there? What might fit there? Therefore, she worked very hard. However, she worked very hard. Similarly, she worked very hard. Rochelle? Therefore, yeah, she's never won an award. Therefore, she worked really hard, probably so she could win the award. So that means if you use your time wisely, if I were you, you have 3 to finish under the first section and 3 to finish under the second section. Then if you get those 6 problems done tonight, then you'll be ready, set to go for what we are doing tomorrow. So if I were you, I would do those 6 tonight. That way you are good to go for tomorrow. Does anyone have any questions over any of these? If you don't have any questions, you're free to go. I would finish these 6. We will have grammar at 2 o'clock again tomorrow, okay? 2 o'clock. Be there, be square. Bye. All right, guys. Right now, I would like